All right, folks, welcome to the patron only Know Your Enemy episode. This is, I think, number 4 in the series. I might actually have to start numbering these. I don't know. We have for you guys this week, I think we talked about it. We're going to do Alex Jones. And you came in on a funny little clip there, and I'm going to be interjecting this thing in post with all the craziest shit that I could possibly find. So I wanted to find out a little bit of information about Alex Jones. So I actually went to Infowars.com, unfortunately.
Oh, God. You gave them a click.
I gave them traffic. No.
God damn it.
But it's worth it for the craziness that comes from this fucking place. Well, first
Remember,
of all,
guys, X did it, so you don't have to.
I do
Don't
it, so
go
you
there.
don't have to. So it's set up almost
one click is
almost
avoiding everyone else.
It's almost set up exactly just like Breitbart. You know, the whole column on the right is, you know, all of these related stories and videos and stuff, but all sorts of fucking advertisements, all sorts of them, all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
So first place we should get started when you take down places like this is they should not be allowed to run fucking Google ads. They should not be allowed to run all these other kind of ads out there because that's making them complicit in this bullshit. So the headline for this thing I have here is who is Alex Jones and what is the Infowar and why should you care? And the first line is
That's a very good question.
Click here for the official Alex Jones press kit photographs. I'm like, no, I already looked at them. There's none of the beefcake ones, which I really wanted to masturbate to furiously this weekend. But
so I can answer those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Alex Jones? What is the Infowar, and why should you care? So who is Alex Jones? A shitbag of a human being. What are the Infowars? Absolutely nothing. They made this all fucking up. And why should you care? You absolutely should. Do not click on it.
Yes.
There is no reason to care.
But
Absolutely
there
not.
you go.
The fucking starting paragraph of this thing. Since the beginning of time. It actually starts with that. Since the beginning of time, there have been constant attempts to enslave and subdue the spirit of humanity. Hey, asshole. Humanity on the beginning of time clock, we're like in the last 30 minutes, not even that much, like the last 30 seconds,
like 30, yeah.
From barbarian hordes, and he capitalized B, streaming down the mountain to the Stasi secret police torturing those who dream to be free.
Oh, what the fuck?
And victim self. They're making themselves victims.
Why does he got to denigrate all the Sumerians? The fuck is up with that? You know? Conan was actually a very good ruler, you asshole.
Also, which barbarian hordes? Because not all of them were really bad.
No, he capitalized it, so he means the ones from Barbary, I guess. So.
Well, I mean, they did lead to the fall of Rome, but Rome did keep slaves, and at that time they were uber Catholic.
And they were also very much into let's divert all the money to the 1%, just like other cultures are currently doing.
Yeah, they had some pretty bad class stuff.
Yeah,
but they did have pretty good race stuff.
Let's get the guillotine out. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get started, people.
If I'm in a cafeteria, because I like going to blue-collar places like Luby's, and I see old ladies in there that are scrimping and can't buy food, I don't like to make a big deal of it, but I go up to the front and pay for their food, and then I start crying because 10 years ago, people were able to buy themselves food. God, people are so evil. Why can't America wake up and beat them? Donald Trump's not perfect, but he doesn't want to hurt you and your family. Hillary and Obama want to make you poor and pathetic. We have all their white papers. They hate you. They hate prosperity. They hate God. They hate children. And goddamn them to hell. We're going to find the lever to beat these people, and they're going to be beat. Excuse me, I just get so emotional. Look at her shark face. Have to look at her with that demon face. That's a frickin' demon. We're going to have President Linda Blair, people, and I'm not going to go along with it. Excuse me.
So the manipulation of facts and the slow, relentless war on reality is being waged on the landscape of the mind. That is just psychobabble bullshit. I'm only going to read a couple more lines from this because it just makes absolutely no goddamn sense. It is your, angsty high school, not even high school, post-high school, pre-college shitbag writing the stuff,
They've taken one, one college course on social studies and read a book about I don't know, conspiracy theories, and they write poetry. Like they totally saw aliens that one time.
Starting at the tender age of 20. That's not a tender age.
That's not a tender age at all.
Dear God, it's not even a fun one.
That's everything's about. That's like super ego age.
I still hadn't even
The
laid.
worst.
Yeah, I was a shitbag at 20.
You guys, I got married the day before my 20th birthday.
Oh. What were you thinking even with that? Because that'd be a shitty, like, anniversary / birthday.
Here's the thing. I actually give zero fucks about anniversaries.
Oh.
So
you're one of the few.
I just don't give a fuck. Like, William and I have no idea when our anniversary is. We did not celebrate it last year, and we're not going to celebrate it this year.
But at the age of 20, he launched a public access television show in which within a year led him to scoring a highly rated weeknight radio show in Austin, Texas.
It doesn't.
Public access leading to a radio show. Okay.
It does, yeah. Look, Art Bell did the same thing.
Yeah,
but he at least had the class to go. Yeah, no, I'm not doing. This is not serious.
This is not serious. Don't take this seriously. But a lot of people out there did it seriously. So yeah. That's the fucked up thing about it. And so a 2011 Rolling Stone article described Alex Jones as a, quote, a giant in America's conspiracy subculture.
Wait, he's bragging about that?
Yeah.
That's not a compliment, sir.
No, it's
That was not. We tend to regard people who view conspiracies anywhere from all the way to what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why would he include this quote on his own website? Because it continues with the subsequent in-depth profile adding that he made Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh, quote, sound like tea-sipping NPR hosts on Zoloft. That's not a compliment.
Because being more extreme to him is somehow a virtue.
Being able to speak your mind, that's the most important thing these days. Not truth. Just saying what you want to say.
No.
We were talking about this just before we went into this, but as with children, when they say shitty, incorrect things, we go, no. Just being able to speak your mind isn't always the best course of action. When my boss wants me to take on extra work that I just don't have room for, I don't go, oh, fuck you. That's a bad idea.
Well, it would be entertaining, but not a good idea.
For you guys.
For everybody else, yeah, sure. Go for it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
If you've never heard of Alex Jones, then you're missing out on some of the most dynamic, hard-hitting radio on the planet.
Oh,
this guy is a national treasure, a light breaking through the electronic Berlin Wall of the U.S. media establishment.
Oh my God. Okay. You guys, the reason...
God damn it.
Okay, the reason that so much mainstream media all kind of parrots the exact same information is because it can be verified.
That's why BuzzFeed got their hands slapped this week,
Yeah. Because every other news source went completely unverified, guys. Completely unverified. Kind of doesn't matter if it's true. If it had been a meme and it took off, that would have been hilarious.
There are dozens of videos and photos of Obama having flies land on him indoors at all times of year, and he'll be next to 100 people and no one has flies on him. Hillary reportedly, I was told people around her that they think she's demon-possessed, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say it, okay? They said they're scared. That's why when I see her, when kids are by her, I actually get scared myself for the child. That big rubber face and that... this woman is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. She is a demon. This is biblical. She's going to launch a nuclear war.
Let's see. Let's go into the Wikipedia listing on this guy. His early life. He was born in 1974. So fuck, he's only a couple years older than me. God damn it.
Really? He looks so old.
Hard living. Hard living.
In
Not
the
look okay.
he was born
I
in
thought
Dallas.
he was like my dad's age.
He grew up in the Dallas suburb of Rockwall and the city of Austin. So no wonder he's pissed off at the left. He lived in Austin.
What?
His father.
Did gays exist there?
Oh, I just want to go down there and suck so much cock, but I can't because, God doesn't like that. And I think that if God says we shouldn't do it, I shouldn't be sucking that cock either. That's the people that doth protest too much. When I say I don't care about something, or, oh man, God damn it, I'm going to go into a segue real quick. When people say I could care less.
God damn it.
Say, I could care less. I'm like, then you should. You really should then.
If you could.
Then you should, you dummy. So, okay, his father, Davy Jones, is a pirate.
Not the good Davy Jones.
No, not the one from the Monkees. No. He's a dentist and his mother is a homemaker. And in his video podcast, he reports that he is of Irish, German, Welsh, mostly English, and partially Native American descent. He sounds like every white kid in the military I ever met.
Yeah.
I have stopped saying what my ancestry is unless I can be like, yeah, there's Entwistle Township in England, so I'm pretty sure I at least might be through that.
I don't know. My name comes from a physical characteristic of somebody being ruddy. So
yeah. So just off the just out of curiosity, how many privilege check boxes did he just tick off there?
Let's see. White guy first living in Texas with a dad that made enough money that his mom didn't have to work.
The partially native.
Yeah, partially native is the one that I fucking love. Like, I'm 164 Cherokee. Fuck out of here with that.
Fuck off. Fuck off with your face. You're not special. Dude,
okay,
you're also descendant from black. So
yeah, what percentage black are you?
So after high school, Jones attended Austin Community College. And so he graduated in 93, and within 96, he had a radio show.
Okay.
So he was 3 years out of high school, and he had a radio show.
Okay. So that background. So he was an only, if I heard right, he's an only child, right?
I didn't hear anything about any siblings anywhere. So.
Yeah. So it didn't say. So assuming he's an only child, dad's a dentist.
He got whatever he wanted for his birthday.
He got whatever he wanted.
He was Dudley. He was fucking Dudley.
He was fucking Dudley, which also means that he could have, he had the financial means to go to any school he wanted for anything he wanted. And he went to community college and probably failed out.
Jumped into fucking radio.
Which means he was a fucking idiot and couldn't get into any university.
Mm-hmm.
Or he gave zero fuck.
It's possible he gave zero fuck because, privilege does that.
In his early shows, Jones frequently talked about his belief that the United States government was behind the 95 Oklahoma City bombing, using the incident to put down a growing states' rights movement. And in 98, he released his first film, America Destroyed by Design. God damn it. Let's see. In 98, Jones organized a successful effort to build a new Branch Davidian church. What? He organized...
What?
As a memorial to those who died during the 93 fire that ended the government siege of the original complex in Waco, Texas. So he pushed for them to make a brand new compound for that church that's
fucked up.
David Koresh died in.
Yeah, that was a fucking...
Now, I am not saying what was done there was okay.
No, but those people were like
still victims of a cult.
They were still victims of a cult, but they were all not okay.
No, watch the last 10 minutes of Red State to see what that was like.
Yeah. God damn it, that movie. Oh
pretty
man.
Much, yeah. Pretty much
I
exactly
need to watch
that.
Movie.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening to the show and you've never seen Red State, fuck, that's one of Kevin Smith's like magnum opus movies, like where he like It went so under the radar, and it really shouldn't have. You know?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that was
really
his
good.
that was his fuck you movie.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was his.
We can get into that one if you want, but
Yeah, we'll save that for another show.
we'll save it. Okay.
I need to rewatch it before we dive in.
Well, because unlike we're talking about doing the Geek News segment, Geek News Monthly kind of, or not Geek News, what is it? A Geek Music Monthly kind of thing. We're also thinking about maybe doing a movie only thing, which would be kind of fun. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's later down the road when I have another couple of hours to edit shit. But we're not. Okay, so he believes that David Koresh and his followers were peaceful people who were murdered by the Attorney General Janet Reno and the ATF during the siege.
right. Peaceful
Fuck
people.
you all.
Yeah,
Fuck
sure. Peaceful people.
Peaceful people don't
Keep-
fire back.
They keep military grade arsenal in a locked down compound.
That's their right. That's
Well,
their right.
The ATF
Has
well-
budget.
did start the siege originally. They started firing and shit originally. And so, yeah, I get
Mhm.
that. But at the same time, if you're peaceful, you don't fire back.
Mm-mm.
If you want it to end, you just lay down. You
Right.
Stop.
Well, and that's, it's just overlooking the whole reason the ATF was there in the first place, which is because they were buying military
illegal
grade
shit,
weaponry on the black market.
Right.
They had all this shit illegally.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
So-
there was no good guy.
No,
this
there were not
thing.
really any good guys there.
So he
like,
kept rising up the charts to 99, up in 99. He was tied with Shannon Burke for that year's best talk show host from
Don't
the
know who
Austin
that
Chronicle. Don't know who that is. In early
Don't know who that
2000, he was one of 7 Republicans candidates for state representative in Texas House. So he was
Holy
aiming
shit.
for office.
oh,
He was
thank
aiming
goodness.
for office.
Oh, thank
Whoa.
I mean, there are some bad. There's, like
This
Louis
explains
Gohmert.
so
but-
much. This
Oh,
explains so
guys.
fucking much.
Oh,
Okay. But
Oh,
to put it
man.
in perspective,
Office.
he was too crazy for people in Texas to vote for him.
not anymore. Bet your money.
Yeah, it's state
I don't
representative.
know.
So,
Yeah, I don't know.
so we're talking about just one of these small district houses that would run.
Mhm.
You know, this
I
is
understand.
one where like somebody could like drop out of the race because they got a job somewhere else, kind of thing. This isn't like House of Representatives level. This is like just state HR. So,
Aware of the difference.
oh, I know. I'm saying it for the listeners out there. This
Yeah.
is the kind of thing where it's like where they spend like the 2 weeks out of the year at the fucking
Right.
the Congress of the
Yeah.
state or whatever it is, and they
Mhm.
pass shitty little laws for whatever the fucking corporations pay for it. But
but
he
they-
dropped out after a couple of weeks within the race. He withdrew, it says.
Oh, it's campaigning hard. It's campaigning hard.
Campaigning is hard, and making people believe you're not absolutely batshit crazy is even harder when
Making
you are
people-
batshit crazy.
Making
And-
people pay attention is hard enough.
Just like
Yeah.
the people on the right, he said in July of that year, he got a bunch of other people from the Austin Community Access Center. So guys like the Atheist Experience when they were still on public access.
Mhm.
A lot of programmers claim that Jones used legal proceedings and the policy of the ACAC to intimidate them or to get their shows thrown off the air. So there's a good way of boosting your ratings is by kicking other people off. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Humanity's already got too many threats ahead of it. We probably may not survive already, even if we beat them. So they got to be dealt with now. All the cowards, all the scum, all the backstabbers, all the vampires, all the pedos, they got to be dealt with. Doesn't mean there won't still be some creeping around. But they're not going to be running the show anymore. Oh, man, you want to fight, you're going to get one. Ugh. I want to lose my voice, but I just want you to know. Ugh. I just want to beat these people, don't you? I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them thinking they're better than everybody and having their way with us. Having their way with a lot of good, hardworking people, you pieces of crap. Excuse me. God almighty.
his show in
He's a
2001
shitty person.
was syndicated on approximately 100 stations, and after 9/11, he began to do the whole truther thing. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay,
We,
so let's. So
yeah,
we
we-
can.
we-
So he was. I mean, he was already doing the conspiracy thing, but
Uh-huh.
the fact that he latched onto that, and he was already using shady practices. I think we can easily say it's not that he necessarily believes this shit. All he wants to do is make money and build up his fame. So he's just going to latch
That's-
onto whatever gets people riled.
Yeah,
He's a
which is why
fucking
he jumped on
con
Trump.
man.
Yeah, he's a professional troll basically. But yeah, no, we talked about this on the last show with Jeff. That he's really just the shittiest kind of person. He's like the person who breaks your chairs. He comes over to your house for a party and breaks your chairs because he just
Harasses
sits
your
down.
dog.
And, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you got a shitty
he'll
chair there.
Harasses
Yeah.
your dog, and then
He comes
blames
over
the
for a
dog when the dog
party.
bites.
yeah. He's the guy who comes over to the party, and brings a 6-pack of Coors Light
And drinks all the craft.
and drinks all the good beer.
Drinks all the liquor.
Drinks all the liquor, drinks all the good beer, even though the liquor wasn't on offer. He still, he goes into your liquor cabinet, goes after that. He breaks your chairs, kicks your dog, and then pukes in your sink.
He's the guy that plugs his iPod into your fucking stereo system while you're
Yeah.
trying to listen to just, background pop music or,
Yeah.
rock favorites or something like that. And he's the guy that puts on fucking Jean-Michel Jarre. That's what he is. That's what.
Shit.
Don't get me wrong. I like that guy, but nothing will kill a party quicker than fucking synth pop from the from the 70s, man. Come on.
I've had people it's so hard to get people to listen to a song when you're just in a group. Even great ones where you're like, you're absolutely gonna love this, but it's like there's just too many distractions. It's like, you know what song you guys would like? Confessions by Tim Minchin. And then they completely miss they're like listening, and then they're like, okay, and then one person goes, you know what I just thought about right when he's like, fuck a boop though, and you're like,
Yep.
God damn it, you missed the punchline. Now it's done. You ruined it. Punchline done.
Yeah. Parties are not the place for that.
Well, you
It
know the
just
best
never
place.
worked.
You know the best place to. I don't know, Felicia. Have you ever gotten a tattoo yet? Have you had one yet? Like a real tattoo? So the best place to actually get people to listen to music and have them really fucking interested in it is in a tattoo parlor.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I put on one of the Mars Volta albums that the people in the shop hadn't heard one time on my iPod.
Uh-huh.
That was one of the best fucking times I've ever listened to that CD because you're getting pain drilled into you at the same time. So you're trying to listen to something else.
Yeah, you'll focus in on it.
Don't put on the Tim Minchin album when you're getting the tattoo.
Hey, that's when I decided I actually liked Johnny Cash is when I was getting my first tattoo. So
Oh yeah. Johnny Cash is great.
Oh, he
fucking
really
amazing.
was
It was his near death album. So
Oh, what a beautiful one. Gorgeous album.
That's such
Yep.
yeah.
anyway, back to Alex Jones. And
Do we have
Jones.
to?
well,
God damn
we're
it.
nearly done because I'm not going to go through everything because you should see the amount of footnotes he has on fucking Wikipedia. It's amazing. Go check it out. Let's see. In 2006, he was going to cover the Bilderberg Group in Ottawa. He was stopped and detained at the airport by Canadian authorities who confiscated his passport, camera equipment, and most of his belongings.
Wow.
Later on, he was allowed to enter
He
Canada
pissed off
lawfully.
the Canadians? Wow.
Well-
You piss off the Canadians. I
Well,
mean,
you don't piss off big corporations either,
oh,
as
oh,
bad
I'll
as I
do
think
that.
that is, but no, that's the thing though, is when they're generally, pretty benign, these corporations that are there.
Oh man.
well, yeah,
that would have been
I work for a big-ish corporation now, and it's like, now they're not all evil.
No.
I've never
Right.
been anti-corporation as a concept. I'm
And
anti certain policies that allow absolute power. That's a different thing.
Mhm.
let's see, he
It
was
would have
arrested.
been hilarious. Yeah, it would have been hilarious to see him at the Canadian border with the guards in there going, "Oh yeah, no, we can't let you in. You'll break our chairs."
Oh, we're sorry, sir. We can't let you through the
Sorry.
border. Sorry.
No.
Wait,
Ah,
sorry.
sorry.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry.
guy.
Look.
Sorry, guy. My dog's real. He's a real nice dog.
Look, we
Sorry.
heard the story of you at the party. Look, he can't come in here and kick the dog.
Sir, we need to get some Dan Savage level of like upper decker becoming like the picture of Alex Jones.
Yes. Oh, can we please make t-shirt Alex Jones kicks dogs? Oh. Oh.
Like, I want to think of a way to put Alex Jones's face like on the top part of the toilet, you know, just
you guys, we broke down.
Killed ourselves. So in 2007, a couple of days before September 11th, he was in New York City and he got arrested because he was protesting at 6th Avenue and 48th Street. He was charged with operating a megaphone without a permit, which I didn't realize was a law, but good to know. It's not like I'm going to walk down New York City.
In New York City, it is. Yep. And there's a good reason for it.
There's a lot of reasons for it. Like, you don't, like, if people are just, like, you can cause accidents and shit. Those are loud.
They're loud.
I don't appreciate that law. Like, you should be able to have access to them for organizing large groups and protests and all sorts of things. But, you know, like, can we do it as, like, a public interest? Like,
right. Look, if you you gotta
follow these rules.
Right.
With your goddamn megaphone.
Look, if you've got a city, you can basically walk across in less than a day. Entire city in less than a day, and you've got like 3 million people in there. Yeah. You don't want people to be able to walk around with a megaphone whenever the fuck they want. Because there's a lot of crazy shit.
Could you imagine, like, if somebody could just use that outside your apartment building?
Oh yeah,
in the middle of the goddamn night.
Yeah, I've actually got a friend that is quite fond of that. He owns a couple megaphones and he drives around and hangs it out his car window and yells things to people.
That person is not your friend. That person is an asshole.
Shitbag. A shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's an awesome person because he yells amazing things.
I just need to buy another stencil.
He compliments people's shoes.
Is it during the day though?
Yeah.
Oh, I said in the middle of the night when I like.
No, he doesn't.
Work the fucking morning.
No, he doesn't do that. In the middle of the night, he just like wanders around the city on mushrooms.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, he wakes up in people's front lawns.
Ooh.
I know for a fact Kanye West has been trying to break away from the Kardashians for a while. He knows about the Illuminati. He went to some of the spirit cooking events that were public. And the word is Kanye West is having a freak out. He was forcibly grabbed and kept in a mental institution for almost 2 weeks when he calmly said he's supporting Trump now and would have voted for him if he voted, and the people should stop bashing Trump supporters and we should all come together. He didn't fight anybody, nothing happened, and his managers grabbed him and threw him with the police into the back of a paddy wagon to a mental institution, but they were unable to break him while he was in there for 13 days, and he came out and he said, I'm divorcing Kim Kardashian and I'm done. And this whole thing's the Illuminati. What do you make of that? And he goes to visit Donald Trump. That guy's been at the parties in New York, folks, and I guarantee you he doesn't like it.
Let's see, his politics. I'm going to go past the being arrested thing. That another thing that happened there is that he interrupted a Geraldo Rivera TV show, and they got a couple more people arrested. So, his politics
both suck so much.
Let's see. Mainstream sources, mainstream media, MSM, has described Jones as a conservative, no shit, conspiracy theorist, no shit, and an outlet for pro-Russia propaganda.
Oh, shit. Seriously?
They have been labeled a fake news website. I mean, we knew that already, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Jones is...
Seriously, they arrested women for protesting in a church for months and months without charge.
They arrested a guy for playing Pokemon Go in a church and making a video of it.
Mm-hmm.
Who has had journalists killed?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't understand. I mean, I understand completely why. We're going to get to that in the real show here coming in episode 82 for people listening outside of time.
But
we're getting into that. So
I'm sorry, but he's a conspiracy theorist and he's pro the government actually doing the things he's afraid of happening.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Jones has described himself as a libertarian, but he's also called himself a
God. Oh God, here it comes.
Paleo-conservative.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Also known as a paleocon, which is a conservative philosophy found primarily in the United States, stressing tradition, limited government, and civil society, along with religious regional, national, and Western identity.
What? Okay,
Meaning-
why would you call yourself paleo? In the Paleolithic era, none of those things existed.
You know, in paleo meaning ancient or old in the Greek root. So he's trying to say, I'm old conservative. I believe God and country.
I fucking hate him so
I
much.
hate it so bad. We're gonna round it up here in 1 second. I'm gonna talk about the controversies and then we're gonna call it quits. But let's see. He was on the Piers Morgan show. You guys might remember that one. That was about 4 years ago as we're talking. He invited
I do not.
Piers Morgan invited him on because he took over for Larry King. And so I'm glad they don't have this show anymore. But Alex
I
Jones
kind of
was,
love Larry King.
I like Larry King, but when they had Piers Morgan replace him, Piers Morgan is a shitbird just as bad as Alex Jones. I hate that.
Yeah, Piers Morgan's pretty shit.
He was invited to speak on the show after promoting an online petition to deport Piers Morgan because of his support of gun control laws. Because Piers Morgan was actually going, America, why are you still having mass shootings? And you guys shouldn't be doing this.
I do remember that. I do remember that. But wait, why would we deport him?
Yeah, because he's a British national with a visa here, legally. I don't. Why? But,
okay, so we have no idea.
So
Got it.
the interview turned into a one-person shout fest, and I remember this because Jones was talking about guns, oppressive government, the flag, his ancestors' role in Texas independence, and what flag Morgan would have on his tights if they ever wrestled. I mean, it was fucking insane. And the sad thing is that America loves a car wreck.
Yeah, they do.
And so guess what happened to Alex Jones after that?
Oh, that's when he got his show.
That's when he got big.
Yeah.
Piers Morgan.
Fuck you.
Thank you. Thank you, Piers Morgan.
Don't put crazy people on the air. Thank you.
No.
Seriously, can we just stop doing this? Stop. People are like, no, we're going to be balanced on all the issues. No, there are some ideas that don't deserve time at the fucking table, you guys. We don't discuss the lizard warrior war on Mars with the otters from Saturn. We don't have that discussion.
I'm gonna go write that fanfic right now, Felicia.
It sounds like a great story.
I would read it.
We don't include that in our foreign policy debate.
Except Kyle's gonna come up with the Rule 34 for it. So
it's gonna be the best Rule 34 you ever.
One otter. True lovers. Our
one?
love.
Hey, Jimmy Martin's considered an otter, so
hey,
Julia with a lizard otter.
Well, that could be good. That could be good. But if we're going for the ultimate Rule 34, there's got to be at least 4 or 5. I mean, it's gotta be an all-out, lizard otter gangbang.
All right, okay, wait. We're gonna close this out. We're gonna close it out. Sorry, I have to do it because we are closing in on 30 minutes. So, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for your patronage. This is Know Your Enemy. This was Alex Jones. I mean, God, there's a lot more we could do. We could do a whole fucking hour on this guy, really.
Yes, we could.
Otters do interesting things with their hands.
And they rape baby seals.
Kind of like Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Alex Jones rapes baby seals. Next t-shirt. Let's do this.
See you guys.
The internet has popularized all these weird sexual fetishes. So I've learned all these horrible terms, like upper decker. People crap on the top of a toilet just to be mean to the next person that comes in. In the water container. That abused my mind. I'm sorry I'm even spreading that, but that's one of the more innocuous ones, okay? Well, now since I read these WikiLeaks, it's 50 times worse than what I knew before. I didn't know crazy sexual stuff till I was in college. And when I say crazy sexual stuff, I mean mild stuff, folks, mild. And now I had to read thousands of pages of these things, and so do my reporters. I've forgotten more in the last month than I knew sexually my entire 42 years before that. I never get sick of Marilyn Monroe. I never get sick of the buffoon. I just cannot imagine being these globalists that are into all this weird-ass crap and spirit cooking and hardcore Aleister Crowley stuff in the brochures that went to Podesta. It says Aleister Crowley, blood drinking. black magic. And the media's like, crazy Alex Jones says it's connected to Aleister Crowley. The frickin' brochure says it, man. And then she's on her own Reddit saying, no, I do real rituals. Well, of course it's real. I've researched that stuff, and I just cannot believe, though, that, again, but I don't know how deep it goes for that lady, so I'm not going to accuse her of actually killing real people with no evidence. All I know is, man, all those billions in D.C. and New York, the corruption, it runs deep. I grew up in a rich county in Texas. It was crazy. And, you know, the occult was all over the place. I never got involved in it, but it was there. But just as for CNN and everybody else, look, I know the mainstream media is dead. I mean, you're dead. Your response now is to be state-run media. Obama has said it, and then try to shut us down. Good luck. But to the new media, we have a responsibility to be better than the establishment media and not just make stuff up because we want to burn them. And I say that to myself. I always try to tell the truth. I get emotional sometimes. I go off reports sometimes that aren't completely accurate. We all do it. And it's important for us to try to have more integrity, especially as our power has grown massively. What do they say in Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility. But one of our big blind sides as good people is that I never get sick of beef enchiladas. I never get sick of chili rellenos. I never get sick of a porterhouse steak. I never get sick of a sunset. I never get sick of a bonfire. I never get sick of rock climbing. I never get sick of, you know, going and doing archery or, you know, visiting my friends or hearing some good music. I never get sick of just man with a woman. So I have a blind side because I'm just not twisted like all these other people that I guess had repressive parents or whatever. You know, it's like Japan sells more adult diapers than they do children's. And I was thinking, oh, is that because they're old? That's part of it. In the articles, even in the Wall Street Journal about it, it's because they used to be such into cleanliness and taking hot baths twice a day that it's fun to poop on yourself. Again, just because you can, why do it? You know, see, but I'm the deviant now because I'm so into cleanliness, I'll take a shower if I can after I take a crap, you know what I mean? And these people are, the Japanese, the great, wonderful people, are now, I guess, the most popular bars they have are you know, into this kind of crap. I mean, what the hell happened to us, man? You know, whatever happened to just enjoying yourself and being normal and being cleanly and being into wholesomeness and I mean, I wouldn't want to go to a billionaire party where they're drinking blood and they bring little kids to the party. I don't know if it's human sacrifice, but they got little kids at these parties. It's in the WikiLeaks, and you can Google these people and find them on their own Facebooks at the parties, freaking little kids out with like goats' heads and blood and death. There's like a 5-year-old girl there and all dressed up, looking like a demon, that she's obviously real scared, but going along with it. And it's all about hurting her innocence. It's like, that's 50 times worse than the Japanese wanting to crap on themselves. I mean, it's just, where does this come from? I'm 42, about to be 43. And I enjoy the simpler stuff more than I ever did before.